Welcome to another episode of A Listen In with Wede. Thanks for stopping by as always. A Listen In with Wede is where we explore life, love, and everything in between. And today we are diving in a timeless topic, the roles of men and women in relationships. Now, before we get into it, I want to emphasize that those roles are not fixed. They are very based on culture, personal belief, and individual relationships. But let's explore some tradition and evolving perspective. Traditional role, historically, the roles of men and women in relationship have been influenced by social norms and expectation. Traditionally, men often seems as the provider because basically they are the one who worked, brought home the food, and took care of the family's material needs. And then the women, on the other hand, back in those days, they were frequently cast in the role of nurturer, responsible for maintaining their homes, raising their kids, and just providing emotional support for the children, the husband, and family, and neighbors, or whoever in between. This dynamic worked, for many societies, for cultures, because it matched their economics and social structures of that time. But the world has changed, a lot have changed, really. We've seen shift in gender roles. Women have gained more independence, central the workforce in large numbers. Men started to take on more, roles in the home, helping out with stuff like that. And then there are molding and evolving roles as well. We have traditional roles, now we have molding and evolving roles. Today, the role of men and women in relationships is much more fluid. In many relationships, both partners, they share the responsibility of providing for the family. This can be financially, emotionally, and even in terms of managing the home. And it's less pressure to just be stuck to the traditional roles that we used to have, traditional gender roles. Focus more on balance, collaborations, and mutual respect for one another. For example, in some modern homes, women may be primary breadwinner in that home, while the man takes on just stuff at home, taking care of stuff like domestic duties. This doesn't make one role better than the others. It's just even it balance out. Things have changed, and simply about that works best for some particular relationship. And then another way would be emotional and psychological roles. Beyond the material and logistical roles in relationship, there's also emotional components that can come in place there. Both partners, regardless of the gender, play a very crucial role in supporting one another emotionally. Men have been traditionally being expected to hide their emotion, they don't want to show their vulnerable side, their soft side, stuff like that. And men who may traditionally being expected to hide their emotion, they more encouraged nowadays to express their vulnerability, share their feelings. And this shift really allow them to form a deeper emotional connection with their partners and enhance their overall experience, which is awesome. Men are opening up more, basically. They find someone that trusts you, that love you, respect you, they feel at home, they open up to you. You see them cry, you will see them laugh, you will see them be very vulnerable, tell you things that they would never tell anyone. Women too are more becoming the stereotype of being their only emotional caretakers. They're moving beyond that. In healthy relationship, both partners, they listen, provide comfort, uplift one another. Emotionally, they reciprocate is the key. It's the key. When somebody can give you something, you give it back. It's beyond anything. It builds a strong partnership, I tell you that much. Communication and mutual respect is another thing. It's very clear in successful relationships. It's important for the communication and the respect to be the major thing in there. It's not about whether you're a man or the woman. It's about you understanding one another's needs, knowing your strengths, your weaknesses. Roles aren't detected by gender anymore, but they where you and your partner agree works best for both of you. Some couple prefer like more traditional approach where that's okay as long I know both parties are on the same page. If you fulfill in their roles, and other couple, prefer to do like redefine the norms, they create structures that fit their lives, personalities, and aspirations. And then there's individual strengths where it's just like it's not general. It's just like you strong here, I'm strong here. At the end of the day, the most successful relationship tends to focus on just individual strengths and not just the role. Maybe one partner is better at handling finances. The other partner excels in creating a warm, nurturing home environment. And this is not just like, okay, the man is good with money and then the woman just love on the children, love on her husband. No. This is just like the woman is probably like a aspect when it comes to money. She learned that from home, her parents, her previous relationship, or herself. She just learned to be really good with money, frugal with it, or not just cheap, but just like very good at managing it. Like she can give you guys a good time, a great vacation, and also make sure the mortgage, the bills are paid, and yet instead you still have savings and you still have money on the side to like donate to help family members and buy stuff that she can do that. She might be like a financial expert. Maybe that's her job. She's like an accountant expert. Like she could be so good with money and numbers, and that could be from her upbringing. It could be from personal joining. It could be from home, learning from her mistakes, or it could be just this is her job. She went to school. She got a degree in this thing. She got a PhD, or she's like the boss at her company, so she's good at it. And then you have the man on the other hand, who is he's so warm. He's so nurturing. He created this atmosphere where he makes sure the kids are just like very in tune with their feelings, their love for one another, where everybody is just like taken care of. He take time to like talk to each kid how school has going on, help with homework, or he take the time to take his wife off and just off of her regular schedule, like impromptu trips or just like a walk in the park, talk about how you're feeling, talk to me, just lay it on me, and just be that great emotional support. It's so beautiful. When a man step in our role, he's so soft, but don't even try him because he will knock you out. He might seem soft or like be soft when it comes to emotional support and just listening and nurturing his home, his wife, his friends, his family, himself. But do not come for his family. Do not come for him, because he would definitely put you in your place, and he's not gonna like step back to say, okay, I'm so soft, I just want to be cool. No, he can step up when you push him to that level. So it's so different when individual strengths come into play. Everybody have their thing they're good at. Maybe one person like to clean and make sure everything's sparkling clean and fresh and neat and orderly and everything is organized. And another person like to cook. They just like to cook. They're not doing the cleaning. The kitchen is gonna be a hot mess, but the food is gonna be a bomb. They like to try different recipes. They like to like make you breakfast in the morning, get you coffee, drop lunch off at work, take you out on dates, or prepare a picnic for you and the family. Like they are good with stuff like that. Or they like to drive. Some people don't like to drive in a relationship. They're like, I can't drive. You do the driving. They like to take long road trips. They like to plan a vacation, make the calls, book the trip, plan everything you're gonna do on that trip. Like they are good at that. And another person have their own roles. It's different if you guys work on individual strengths and not just like, oh, let me do this, oh, I will do this, or you don't even want to do the part that you're supposed to do. Like everybody got their own thing and you don't even want to do yours. Now you're doing yours, you're mad, you're upset, and it's such a mess. So if everybody can just stay in the zone and say, this is what I'm good at, I got this one, and you didn't just say you got it, you actually have it where you take care of it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like it's not about signing text based on gender. It's just about working together as a team. Like one sound, one band, like one home, like one voice. This is us. Yeah, whatever he says, that's what we saying. Or whatever she says, goes. And then you guys can talk about it behind closed door, like, what? I didn't know we was doing that. I didn't know we didn't like that person. I didn't know it was, But together, you're a team outside. You're not a front. And, when both partners feel value in their unique contribution, the relationship flourishes. Oh, God, it blossoms. And you don't even have to do much. You can just be walking down the street or gathering, and people just seeing your interaction, your body language, the way you look at one another, the way you compliment one another, and they just get it. They just see how you guys just excelling through this relationship, which is so hard to excel through. And you guys flourish when you can really balance each other out like that. The goal is to find harmony and support each other in a way that feels right for both of you. You gotta find it. If you try one way and that way it is not working, you guys gotta switch it up. Because it's not like first formula, this is the way now, this is how things go. No, it's not like that. It's like, we try this, it didn't work. Let's try this way. You can't be stuck on one way that's not working. You're just gonna be repeating the cycle. Like, you start from here, you go over there, and before you can go, it crash. You come back, you do it again, take the same route, you go that way, it crashes. It's gonna keep crashing. You're both gonna keep getting burned if you keep doing the same thing over and over. And we are all guilty of this. Like, not just a few weeks, a few months. We can all be stuck in the same attitude, same mindset, making the same mistake for years, and we just keep repeating it with the same person, doing the same thing. And sometimes it's just like, okay, some people just stay there forever now, just like, okay, this is who we are, stuck in the ways. It's always good to switch it up, try something else that work. And you might not like it, but you try something, it looks stupid, it looks foolish, it looks like it's not gonna work, and then it click. You be like, oh shit, oh my God, look at this. If only we knew this all along, we could have gotten along. You gotta keep trying different things until it feels right. It's not gonna be perfect to the T, like perfect. It's not. But if it's better than the last one, stick with that one until you find another better formula than that one. Then you move on to the next one. People change. People evolve for the good. If you changing on me, be changing for the better. Like, let me be like, oh, I thought we used to do this. Now you don't want to do that no more. Now we're doing this. Okay? Like, everybody have to be heard, seen, respected. If it's like a dictatorship where it's just like, sometimes you're talking to this person and they just go on for an hour. They're just talking. Even if this is an important topic and it's supposed to take long, you gotta get your breath to take questions, hear the other person's side, make it like a dialogue. You say something, I say something, back and forth, like a conversation. Get them involved, and that way they can feel like, yeah. Other than that, they'll just sit there and listen for an hour or an hour and a half, and they only get like 5 minutes of that thing. You just wasted time. It's a good message. It might be a good message you're trying to get, but because you're taking too long and you're not giving the person a chance to let you know how they taking this information, how they're feeling about it, having a conversation about it. And both of y'all can be able to really enjoy conversations, because it's the key to a lot of things. You guys have conversations with somebody not feeling good, talk about it. All right, so like in closing, I would say, what are you leaning towards, traditional role or prefer a more modern approach? The most important thing in that relationship works for you and your partner, whatever it is that works. It's also about balance, communication, and a mutual respect. The old rules doesn't necessarily apply anymore. What matters most is that you both feel very happy and fulfilled. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in again. As always, to today's episode. Remember, every relationship is unique and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. And be sure to subscribe. Come back and listen if you enjoyed this discussion. Share it with someone who might, appreciate it. Until next time, keep building those strong relationships, loving connection, just loving on each other, listening to one another, and just let's make this work. And let's not be stuck somewhere that is not for us, that's not good for us, and let's just grow. Everything we do, grow. If you're not growing together, what are you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, it's your girl, Wede, as always. Talk to you later. Goodbye.